What's up, society? SlyAce here. You don't know me, but you will. And today I'm going to teach you how to play Scorpion at a pro/high level. So, Scorpion is a very big brain character that requires a lot of thinking and a lot of good neutral play to be effective and to really compete with a lot of top tiers in this game, especially with certain cameos. So, I'm going to give you a quick overview of his simple stuff, and then I'm going to give you, in my opinion, his 6 best cameos to make him top 5 in this game, depending on matchup against pretty much any character except a couple. So first, his jab, 7 frames of startup, it's a high, can be ducked. You don't want to throw this out too often unless somebody's jumping, you just want to anti-air. His standing 3 is also a high. And when I say highs, all his strings starting a high, and every one of them can be micro ducked except for one. So I'll get to that, but yeah. He has his back 3 that has really good range. It almost hits the opponent full screen, but there are certain characters like Ashra or Johnny that can punish this if you're too close. So you don't want to throw this out unless you either have the space, have conditioned them to duck your spear, or you have a cameo that could keep you safe. That's not Striker. We don't use Striker here. We're smart Scorpion players. You have his forward 2 or forward 4, sorry, that juggles, so you can combo after it if you want. His forward 3 is his only mid. It's not terrible, it's not great, but it leads to his only meterless launcher. But that's okay, because like I said, this is his only game listed mid, but he has a secret mid later that we're going to talk about. So yeah, those are his buttons. And he also has his back 2, which is a very good anti-air tool. You can special cancel it, so if you catch people jumping, or if you just happen to do this while trying to get standing 2, which is his best button in my opinion. It's a high, but it has a follow that's very fast, and it can jail a lot of people. Anybody that backdashes or try to push his buttons, or even jump for that matter, will get caught by this. So now let's go over Scorpion's 3 strings. I didn't put one of them up there because one of them is really simple, and you should know this by now if you're a Scorpion player, but I put these up there just to put them up there. So we have Hell's Hook, which starts with his 7 frame jab, and it's 2 highs and an overhead. You never really want to end combos like this because there's more damaging ways to end combos and get a knockdown. But like I said, this can be micro ducked. First 2 hits are high. So what you want to do is either you're in the corner or you just want some space on the screen. If your opponent's on block, I will show you that real quick. If your opponent's on block, it gives you a bunch of space and resets your neutral, so you can get back to controlling space with your standing 2. But just be careful, it can be flawless block, so if the opponent is smaller enough and they flawless block it, you will get fully punished for that. He has his 2-1-4, and like I said, this is where his secret mid comes in, right here. The second hit of this string is very important. I feel like it's one of the best mids in the game and one of the best buttons in the game, just period. It's just hidden behind a button. So if you have a person that likes to sit there and poke, or just likes to back up, this catches a lot of people off guard. Like if you whiff this first hit, sorry, goes farther than I expect. If you whiff this first hit, goddamn, how far are you gonna hit this nigga? If you whiff this first hit, you can usually catch them. You can special cancel that and get a spear into full combo because you have a secret mid that a lot of people don't know about, and a lot of Scorpions don't use this, and I really feel like they should because it gives you a really fast mid that people can't just sit there and poke you, they have to think. Very good range, like I said, doesn't catch anybody trying to poke, spear, full combo, boom. Then he has his 3-3-3. This is his most damaging combo extender. So if you were to do something like, you know, forward 3-2 into spear, you do 3-3 and then end with whatever you want to end with, whether that's, you know, Demon Dash or Hellfire, whatever. But this right here is going to get you the most damage. You're going to do this and cancel the fatal blow. You're going to do this and go into cameo follow-ups. Like, you can do these, but you're not going to get as much damage doing 3-3. Okay, so those are his buttons. His 3 strings that you're going to be mainly using, and really just 1 string you're going to be mainly using. Okay, now we're going to go over Scorpion's air strings, which oddly enough and funny enough, he has like almost triple the amount of air strings than he does regular strings, but that's okay because all these have their own uses and they're great in their own way. So, you forward 3, that's his only meterless launcher. You can launch other things with other cameos or whatever, but you know, Scorpion just bases his meteor launcher. You have his 1-1-1 that will bounce, and if you just launch the opponent once, you should be able to get a spear off of it into 3-3, and then that spam or cameo, whatever you want to do. You have 1-1-2, which honestly I don't see any point for this string. They're more damaging. All the other strings give you about the same thing with the pushback. They just all give you more damage. I guess that one just looks cool, but if you want to use it, you can, but personally I don't. Again, with his 1-1-4, I don't see the point of using this. Not a bunch of damage. He does a little backflip kick, which is cool. Like maybe if there was a brutality or something linked with it, I would use it. But again, I don't really use this. You don't use this. Now this right here, his 1-2, is where you're going to get all your, well, your highest optimal damage. All these, like 1-1, you can teleport cancel, and, you know, you can air spear. But that's for beginners. That's more beginner mode because you don't get the damage. So they kind of changed this up in season 1. As you can see, as I try to do it like in season 1, you're gonna drop. The timing is a little harder, but it's honestly not hard at all. You just gotta get the timing down. You have, and you can special cancel that to any air. So if you do that, you want to do spear. Or you want to do corner carry, you want to do long spear, like I said, or if you just want to teleport, you can special cancel out of that. That's going to be the move you want to special cancel out of. You have his 1-3, which honestly I love. It is good for when you do a long air juggle and you want to still make sure you get that demon dash in at the end, or if you have the timing down, you're good enough to get a spear at the end of certain combos, because the longer you keep the opponent in the air with Scorpion, the less of a bounce you're going to get on the knockdown. And I'll show you right here. I'll do 2 of these. And you see that miss because I did it the exact same timing as the first time when I do 1 launch. If you do 1 launch, you see he's in the air for a lot longer, easy damage. Now this can be done. Like I said, the timing is vigorous and it's a lot easier in the corner. So usually if you do forward 3 twice and then you go on the air string, unless you're in the corner, you can jump 3, or you have a cameo that you can extend with. You don't want to do spear that close to the ground because it is super negative on recovery, which we'll get to, and it's not worth the risk because you'll get full punish for 40% for trying to get an extra 3, 4, maybe 5% on the end of the combo. You have his 2 1+3, which honestly I love too. I need to use more often. And really, this really is just for if you want to, if you can end around, or say, you know, say you get a forward 3-2 and you teleport, then you want the corner back. Sorry, not good. Basically something like that. Teleport won't act stupid right now. So basically, like if you ever get out the corner or you want to put it in the corner, that's a nice way just to boom, get the side switch without spending any meter or any cameo. Then his last air string, honestly, is the only swaggy one that I really like. Again, one launch, big bounce, big spear, big follow-up. I'm pretty sure this has the same properties as 1-3. Like, yeah, you see. Now, like, most of these will work. Like, you see these spears are whiffing, like, mid-screen. But if you do any of these in the corner, just with the wall of the corner, you should be able to get the spear. The timing is a little tricky, but it's possible. So yeah, his air strings are actually very good. There are certain air strings you can do. So if you were to do this, you can wait till you get to the ground and delay an air string to get a follow-up. Sorry. And then if you want, you can sneak in another, you know, spear or whatever. So yeah, I dropped that like 4 times, but it's okay. You get the point. And anybody laughing at me dropping those, you can run the set if you want. But okay, now we're gonna go over Scorpion's special moves, and obviously he's Scorpion. You already know one of them, but his special moves in this game really give him a lot of space control. He is one of the best characters in this game at neutral control and space control, especially with the right cameo. If you give him the right cameo, he's become dangerous from anywhere on the screen. If you give him a decent cameo, he becomes dangerous a good amount of the screen. But any cameo, he is good from anywhere because he has a lot of set play. Obviously, he has a spear people always have to think about, which is a high. It's very fast. It's 17 frames to start it, but it comes out a lot faster than that, it feels like. So you actually want to throw this out. You know, free combo, obviously. But the fun thing about this is if people get tired of this and they try to jump, you can obviously just standing 1 or standing 1-2 and into spear and anti-air them and get a punish, or they'll try to duck, and if they duck, you just EX, that becomes a mid, it goes even faster, and you get a full combo. He has his Demon Dash, which is his armored wake up, which is honestly terrible. Don't ever armored wake up with Scorpion unless the person is below 1% and they can't flawless block. So this is his best combo ender, or one of his best combo ender, other than you know, his death spin. It doesn't go very far, but it's very good, very high damage ending combos. The only thing about it is it does switch sides. So if you're fighting a character, let's say you do something like this, you'd want to do death spin here. If you do the same thing, but instead you do Demon Dash, you're now in the corner, and a lot of characters don't want to be a corner against in this game because they're very annoying, especially with Kung Lao had and other things. He has actually an air spear in this game. He has a close version and the far version, which both can be meter burn. You can meter burn these 3 times if you want in a combo. Like I said, still get spear. That's an easy 45%. And honestly, Scorpion gets a lot of damage for free. A lot of damage for free, in fact. He actually, if you want to do EX teleport, which he has, you can string these together. You know, it's easy 40%. Teleport is not bad, but it's also not great in this game. I honestly like the animation. And EX it, you know, get you a backdash, start a slidey poke, or maybe, you know, you catch somebody just off guard. Forward 3-2, get that launcher, or they just think they're gonna grab. Free combo. And then his last special move is his Hellfire. And I'm not gonna lie, this move with certain characters is extremely overpowered because it isn't unblockable if they are stand blocking. And there's one cameo in particular that actually gives him full combo from this, from anywhere on the screen. So those are Scorpion's strings, air strings, and specials. Scorpion honestly has top 5 damage in the game for me personally. So the first cameo that I chose for Scorpion is Motaro, which is honestly an underused pick. You don't see a lot of Motaro, but honestly I love this team. I honestly love Motaro when I first saw him in the trailer when he butt kicked, who was that? Raiden, yeah, Raiden in the trailer. So anyway, Mataro has 4 cameo moves. He has this low shot. He has this 3-shot, which takes the full bar. He'll send 3 shots and go away. He has his projectile shield that you can just put out real quick. If you hold it, he'll walk forward. He has his low laser, and he has, which is the most important to Scorpion, his teleport. So just to get one small thing out the way, like I said, this ends in an overhead, but if you ever have a person that's, you know, flawless blocking you or not respecting it, if you want to, you could always throw out this Mataro low, just to give yourself a mini mix and make him respect it, you know, make him respect the buttons a little bit. Mataro, like I said, great for projectiles, so if you can get that out and make a person eat their own projectile, catch them with spear, full combo. And again with this, if you wanted to teleport, I didn't mean for him to get hit, I just tried to improvise there. Let me put him on block real quick. Call him Mataro wherever you're on the screen, boom. You have pressure, do what you want, never do death spin on block. I just did it right there, just, you know, give you an idea. But Mataro and Scorpion are most deadly with these teleports right here. Now if you want, you can be gimmicky and you can do something like, you know, say your opponent has been calling your teleports and punishing you or whatever, so you want to, you know, see if they really are like that. You want to EX teleport and then call Mataro, and then you have buttons. It's really fast. It catches a lot of people off guard. With standing 2, one of the best buttons in the game, you become really deadly because honestly, you can backdash out of that. And like I said, you see that right there, we still caught him with the mid. So if you would have pushed any buttons right there out of that teleport, we would have caught him with that mid and the spear. But the Hellfire is where it's at with the teleport, because if you do Hellfire and teleport, you get a full combo from anywhere. So if you're getting zoned or they're full screen and say they're throwing out a bunch of summon cameos like Lao had, mainly Lao had, or just anything where they have to stand, shit. If you call this out, they have to eat that, and that's meterless. So if you have no meter but you catch a person with Hellfire and the Mataro teleport, you're getting a good chunky 35% for no bar and only 1 cameo. And you can loop this if you want. So say you get a forward 3 punish, you decide to enhance that in the spear, you go 3-3 teleport, 3-3 teleport, and then you're already at 42% with 1 bar of meter. 1 bar for one of the most underrated cameos in this game. 1 bar. Now people can get a catch on this and they can block and they can sit there and low, but that's where the space control comes in as a Scorpion player, as I was talking about. Because now with this cameo, you control when they walk, you control when they call their cameos. Because if they don't listen to you or adhere to your rules when it comes to the Hellfire, they're going to be eating free combos all day and just spinning their bar on nothing but breakers. And if they don't, and if they've been spinning their bars, they're just going to have to eat the damage. So just to give you an idea of like a meterless, like as high as meterless, you would loop this 3 times. 3-3 teleport, 3-3 teleport, 3-3 death spin. And with no bar span, we got to 43%. 43%. And just to go over Scorpion's Fatal Blow actually real quick, because that's something I didn't do, so it's a Fatal Blow. If you were to do this twice, it'll hit, but you get a little less damage. If you do this 3 times, it will drop. But with Mataro, he has a special Fatal Blow starter, so if you do this 3 times, trigger Fatal Blow, and then you press L1, he'll come out and do a punch, and then boom, you still get your Fatal. Which is still top 3 cameo Fatal Blow for me in this game. And like I said, always mass 3 fatal blowing, and that's a good, 48% on just something simple. No bar spent on that, 48%. So that's Motaro really. Like I said, he gives you a little mix right here. He has his projectile shield. He has the teleport. Like, you can even do something like EX teleport, have him pull you out the air. Like, there's just a lot of... Motaro is just a fun cameo for me. It's a lot of gimmick. But like I said, it's all about control. When you use him as a Scorpion player, you're either going to have the person jumping a lot, or they're going to be sitting there crouch blocking the whole time because you control when they move. So that is basically it for Motaro. We'll move on to my next cameo. So for the next cameo, obviously I had to give you a double Scorpion team. It is one of the swaggiest teams in the game and one of the best teams in the game just in general, in my opinion. It gives you a lot of options. It's 2 Scorpions, so who wouldn't want to play this? And honestly, it gives Scorpion, the main Scorpion, a lot of tools. So for instance, obviously he has this overhead that comes in. If the opponent is airborne, it will come in and bounce them, but I really see no use for that. I almost never use it, so you never really want to use it to bounce an opponent. But good for, like I said, Scorpion has no mix, he has no lows. So you're wondering why a person would even block low against him in these strings. And you're right, that's completely true and completely fair point. So you wouldn't want to throw this out just often, but what you can do is, if you can get them to block the standing 2, and they think you're about to come in and try to get more pressure, it has pretty good range. So if you get them about right here, they're gonna get hit. And that's when you can then, like I said, dash up, get your forward 3-2. And when you do that, you only get 2. You don't get a third forward 3-2 when they're crippled by Scorpion, just because, well, I don't know, that's how he made the game. Anyway, but like I said, that's just a really good combo starter if you happen to catch a person blocking low or not blocking at all, like, expecting to throw or expecting another high attack. Or, like I said, this is a high, so if they block this high and, they go to poke or push buttons and you're at a good range, you'll catch them. It is also, too, a decent, just combo extender if you want a little bit extra damage. You do this and then back 2. That was supposed to be a dash, but you get the idea. I don't know why I keep getting. You get the idea. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now you want to come out. So that is his next cameo. He has his poof poof, as my father calls it, which is funny to me. It is a combo extender. It is one of my favorite and one of the best combo extenders in the game. Scorpion is my favorite character, if you didn't already know this, if you couldn't tell. And basically that just gives you a lot of options for combo extension without bar. See, so like if you do this move, you don't spin bar, you don't get a follow-up. So Cameo Scorpion, if you call him in, you'll keep the combo going. And honestly, you get a pretty good amount of damage just for getting his extension. So like I said, if you want to do this, another example, just want to show you don't spear there. But yeah, like I said, if you want to spend one bar but you don't have another, go to that. And then really, if you want to spear after that, boom, another 40% spent with only 1 cameo spent and 1 bar. Highest damage top 5 highest damage in the game. Just gonna keep putting that out there. He has 3 versions of this. He has the regular version where if you just click Cameo, it'll just pop it right next to you. Boom. And then he has a far version where, say, you do 1-1-1 in the air, he'll actually bring them right back to you. And then boom, like I said, timing wise, you can get the extension off the spear and end with your death spin. That's kind of like a mid one. I don't ever really use that one because the, you know, just for a Scorpion at least, maybe Melina if I ever play her, but really you just want to use the regular version. Like I said, regular version, the far version, because that's what you get. If you're in the corner, you want to do something real swaggy with Scorpion, you want to do something like this, or, you know, spend a bar, boom, boom. Spend a bar, boom, boom. Back 2 in the spear, and the death spin, and boom, you're at 43%. So like I said, very swaggy team. Very swaggy team indeed. And the added bonus for Scorpion is he has a defensive cameo, which is literally by far my favorite cameo in the game. Cameo move at least. He has this pullback to where he'll spear you in the back and he'll get you out of danger. You can do this on wake up, so if you get knocked down and you don't want to hold some Melina or Johnny pressure, or, you know, Liu Kang or Asha or whatever, he'll pull you back. It has 1-hit armor, so if they hit you once, it's okay, you'll take it, and you'll be back in space where you want to be as a Scorpion player. Not only has 1-hit armor, so if you get hit by something like Liu Kang's forward 4 that hits you twice pretty fast, you will get knocked out of it, and therefore wasting a cameo, but you can, like I said too, if a Melina player or a Johnny player or just any character goes and like they get a knockdown and they go into any string and you get pulled back, boom, spear them. That's literally a full 38% punish, or just whatever combo you decide to do. So if somebody knocks you down and they think like, oh, okay, he's either in delayed wake up or he's gonna, like Melina, he's gonna hold my standing 1-2 overhead, like, no, we're not gonna hold that. We're gonna call Scorpion and pull us back. And if you block the spear, that's fine, but we just reset neutral and now we're back where we're supposed to be, in the driver's seat. So that's it for Scorpion. He's just really good for combo extension, a little mix, and actually he's great for combo extension. A little mix, like I said, especially with Scorpion, like minimal mix, really none. You just kind of have to catch him in neutral sometime, and he has this great defensive option in this pullback. So that's why I think he's another great option for Scorpion. So next we'll go for Serena, which is honestly, as you know, if you played this game, one of the most, well, the most popular cameo week 1, and that's for good reason. She has great meterless damage combo damage extension. Sorry, she can drain the opponent's meter. She has a really fast wake up that can save you a bar meter if you like to wake up. I personally do not like to wake up in this game. I feel like it's a waste of bar, and if it gets blocked, you're getting full punish with no way to break. And Serena really just gives Scorpion what you want. And I meant to say this with Mataro, she gives you a combo starter / extender that doesn't require you to spear. Because as you can see, if you spear, like, if you spear in this game, in any Mortal Kombat game, you can't spear twice. So if I do this, yeah, I'm good because I know I'm gonna get that little extra damage on top because I did death spin. But if you say you catch somebody with spear, you do the same thing, and you try to catch them, they're just gonna fall, which is a nice knockdown. But then you know you don't get the combo. So you always want cameos that can start combos for Scorpion. Even if I ever listed them or if I don't list them in this video, use your own cameo, use what you like. You always want to find a cameo that can start a combo or extend a combo without using spear, because that's what you aim for as a Scorpion player. So just to go over a quick little gimmick like to do with Serena real quick, and it's not throwing her knives out of neutral. Any person that does that is bad at the game unless you're trying to chip, I'm sorry. She has this meter drain, and I have the health bars and the meter bars set up a different way, so they're not going to move. But basically, it drains their meter pretty fast while they're standing in it. And a lot of people see this and they kind of panic, or their first thinking is, okay, well, let me sit here and either jump or walk forward or walk backwards, depending on where they're on the screen, and basically keep my meter. But as a Scorpion player, you call that out and you immediately throw out spear. And what that does is it either gives you a full punish, or they're going to block it and it's going to sit there and it's going to drain their bar. But they have to choose one. So the Scorpion player, you either get one or the other. You either get their health bar or you get their super meter. And they kind of come out simultaneously. So as soon as a person sees Serena pop up on screen, their first instinct is to either crouch, jump, walk forward, or walk backwards. Sorry. So like I said, you can always catch them with spear, throw that out. And another good option is if you can get them in the corner real quick. If you somehow, you know, get this right here, you call her and you juggle her or juggle them with forward 3-2. Their health bar will be getting drained that entire time. I don't know why the third one's not connecting, but yeah, say you do that, they're losing their health that entire time. And like I said, if you do this, I don't know what's wrong with my timing, but yeah, you do that 3 times into a combo, boom, you just took probably an easy 30% off of them while also taking a good amount of their meter, or a decent amount, because they still gain meter while you're hitting them. And obviously the star of Serena's lineup is the double knives, which you can do twice in a combo, and this gets Scorpions a lot of damage actually, because he already gets a lot of damage meterless. So if you do this 3 times, oh, wow, if you do this 3 times and get spear and want just a little more damage, you can boom. And with Serena, meterless, almost 40%, basically 40% meterless, 1 cameo. And if you want to get crazy, you know, spin the bar, boom, boom. And 42. And I'm going to show you the difference right now. I did standing 2-1 in that combo for a reason, because I want you to see the difference when you do just 3-3. As you see, we got about 42% on that last one. We're going to do the exact same combo. We're going to do 3-3 instead. Just a little more damage, but every take of damage counts in this game, so always do 3-3 when you're about to end combos in a special move. She has this forward knife, which I don't really use. People use it to throw people's timing off. It's like, okay, I guess. But then she also has this wake up that's pretty fast, 20 frames of startup, give you pretty good space, and then get people off you in the corner without having to spin the bar. But yeah, that's pretty much it with Serena. Like I said, she has her bar drain. You can turn it into a gimmick with either making your opponent choose between their bar and their health bar. With spear, she has her back. She has her throwing knives, which are amazing because you can get great damage without having to go into spear immediately, so you get more damage. So Serena, another great overall pick with Scorpion, very strong. Like I said, again, the character with, you can control the space and when the opponent moves and when they don't move with this character, another So our next cameo is going to be Cyrax. And a lot of people don't pick Cyrax anymore because he's not a branded cameo anymore where you can just sit here into special move and, you know, keep yourself safe. You know, we're smart Scorpion players. We don't do that. We use Cyrax in a very smart way because he's actually a very great cameo for Scorpion. Like, you know, obviously for one, like I said with Air Spear, you get nothing without spending a bar. But with Cyrax, call his, you know, vertical spin. And boom. If the hits are a little inconsistent, like I said, you get the third one right there, you get it sometime. You always just want to jump straight up when you call Cyrax. But yeah, like I said, great cameo. Get you nice damage. Like I said, that was one special move, one cameo. You're already at 32. Very, very simple, very simple. He has his net that I don't really use. Like it's cool, I guess. You have his forward bomb or forward cameo where he just comes from behind you and he sits there with a bomb for about 5 or 6 seconds depending on how long you hold it, and he will blow up, obviously, like you said. And then he also has a different version where if you push down, he'll come from behind the opponent, and then boom, at that point he's right next to them. So anything they decide to do is going to be dictated by him. So if you're running this cameo and somebody's spamming you with projectiles, you're just, you know, you want a little projectile shit. If you call this out right then from the opponent and they throw projectile, it's going to hit Cyrax to where you can throw your spear and get a full punish because Cyrax ate their projectile. Another thing Scorpion gets with Cyrax, well, you know, everybody gets him, is his forward throw. If you spend 2 bars, you get a bounce. And then at that point, you go ahead and combo you with like. And that's really big because a lot of people know Scorpion has no mix. So they're just going to block low and they're just going to hold block. So if you get somebody with a throw, and, you know, you don't want to spend 2 bars, but you could just get a little damage in real quick. So you put in 1 bar and get you a little 27 off a cheap throw. It's always good. Always good. And like I said, if you're ever in that situation where, you know, you do need some chip and you're not being a scrub and you haven't been doing it all game, if you do put them on block and you death spin and call Cyrax, he'll keep you safe. That costs your entire cameo bar though. It does reset neutral, but like I said, I don't think that is worth your entire cameo bar. I just do not. So yeah, that was a quick little overview with Cyrax. Mainly you're going to be using his vertical spin to extend combos once per combo. You can't do it twice. Not that I've found, at least I wouldn't want to use that twice anyway. It's very unpredictable. Juggles a lot. You have his down cameo, which he'll come behind and he'll sit there, like I said, for at least 7 seconds. If you just hold the button, he'll blow up as soon as you let the button go if you want it to be like that. Forward cameo brings him out in front of you and he has his net. So that's about it for Cyrax. Now we're gonna go over Cyrex's Cyberlinkway brother Sector, who gives Scorpion a lot of tools when you run this team. This is one of my favorite teams. This is the first team that I ran first when I played this game. My brother runs this team. Shout out to my nigga. But he has combo extension meterless for Scorpion and a lot of pressure. So he has his missile, obviously. It will come out and you can do whatever after it. It's just really good for pressure, so you can go in, missile. If you want to, throw a telly out there, just a safe missile, boom. He has his missile. If you tap it twice, it becomes a homing missile. It costs both bars or cameo, but then if they jump or try to run it, or anything, it will basically track them. His back cameos and full screen uppercut. This is usually good for ending rounds and just catching people on their toes, or if people want to duck spears, if you caught them with spear enough, that is a good thing to catch. And I don't know if you can catch them. You can catch them with spear. Timing's a little tricky, and whenever timing's tricky, always be careful with spear. Like I said, the recovery is pretty shit. Recovery is pretty shit on spear. He has his flamethrower, which has decent range, but usually if you want to end combos, you stand the opponent and then jail them when standing 2, they have to hold that. Honestly, I wouldn't use that too much, because if you really just want to restand on an opponent, it's where you can do that on yourself with Hellfire. And same thing. So his missiles, his uppercut, and his restand. Don't use the restand too much as a Scorpion player. For other characters like Smoke and Johnny and sometimes Ashra, the restand is really strong. But with Scorpion, if you just do Hell Flames, boom, you already restand. So his missile is the most important thing with Scorpion, because it gives Scorpion a lot of combo routes he didn't have before, off Hellfire, and this time off Teleport. So if you throw a missile out and teleport and it hits him, like if you time that up right, boom, 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 you get a full combo punish. Not punish, but you get a full combo without spending a bar of meter, to where you time that up, go too fast, catch him in neutral. So with that, if you just wanted to get some, close the distance and get some space and get some pressure, you can call it in and not time it and do it. And if they block, they have to hold that. If they try to punish you, they're gonna get hit to where you get a full combo. But like I said, if you time it right, you get a full combo. Like I said, we love combos where we can extend without having to use spear, because then that means we can spear at the end of the combo and get our most damaging combo and enders. So with Scorpion, with Sector and Scorpion, you can also combo off his off his Hell Flames and missile. So usually I'll give you one route. You want to do the 3-3 route, but I'll give you the 2-1 route because it's the easiest to start with, get the timing down. You want to press Cameo right after you press standing 2. So you want to do 2-1 flame, 2-1 flame, and then you can go on a launcher after that. Get whatever you want. And if you notice, the range is really shown off with standing 2 here, because the opponent is actually a pretty decent road. And you get about 1 step. So the range is pretty good with this. So you can loop this twice. Like I said, you just want to call Cameo right after you do standing 2. The timing is a little tricky. And you can actually dash up and So the last cameo I chose is Sub-Zero, and this team to me is honestly best three, or sorry, top three team in the game. The other two teams I don't really know. I'm just giving you like an estimate of where I believe this team is top three. Because Scorpion has great damage meterless, or great 1 bar meter, 1 bar damage, 2 bar damage, and 3 bar damage. But you never want to use. I never use 3 bars, but the 1 bar and the 2 bar damage is great. And Sub-Zero being a defensive assist is really, really good in Scorpion's case because you get the shoulder where you basically Sub-Zero basically tells you to fuck off you. You can use that on the wake up. His throw is the second highest in the game damage-wise, 13% behind only Sonya, which is 14%. If you get a person up block, you get a juicy about 18% for trying to, up block. And then he has this freeze, or like I said, this, and combined with his next cameo, I want to make him Scorpion's top 3 cameo, and what makes this team in particular top 3 in the game. So if you're standing 2-1, you don't have to go into spear anymore. And then boom, you're in there. It does scale, so you're not gonna get the amount of damage. It scales about 1 to 2%, but like I said, it's worth it because you get the follow up. But the star of the show for Sub-Zero is this right here, his Ice Shield. So with Scorpion, this is honestly super cheap because it makes you invincible to any projectile, high, low, cameo, main roster, it doesn't matter. So if somebody likes to throw projectiles and you put this on, combine with spear, if they throw a projectile, they're gonna get caught. You're not gonna take any damage or react to the projectile, and you get a full combo. Same with Loud Hat, same with like Serena. So if somebody wanted to call Serena in your face, you put that on, you're walking right through that. If you like, since I have Sub-Zero on the screen, if you had Sub-Zero, like, that likes this poke into Ice Clone, if you have this on, you can walk right through that, or standing 2-1 right through that for punish. Again, it can save you from Loud Hat, this can save you from, Sindel's or Melina's, or any character trying to do high lows with Loud Hat, or any projectile base mix. If you put this on and somebody jumps at you, you can up block safely at that point because you don't have to worry about the low. It negates a lot of people's mix, and it negates a lot of people's neutral, because a lot of people in this game depend on cameos that depend on certain moves, so they don't have to play neutral. Especially Striker. That was what I knew I was forgetting. If you put this on and somebody does some dumb shit and it's punishable and they're playing Striker, these grenades are not going to affect you at all. You get a full combo punish, you're going to go right through them. So it takes a little bit of trying to get your brain used to the muscle memory of not holding block when you see a projectile coming to you just off instinct, but it is very worth it because, like I said, you put that on, Sub-Zero throws an ice ball at me, Sindel throws a hair ball, somebody throws Loud Hat, anybody, Katana throws a fan at me, I'm not going to react to it. Reiko, the only projectiles I can break this are Reiko's EX stars, and that's because there's about 6 of them, and you get 5 hits when you have the armor on. It doesn't stay on the whole time, as you can see, it's been coming off. So yeah, so in my opinion, this is the top 3 team in the game because it gives one of the characters with the best space control and projectiles also a way to keep projectiles off you, and Scorpion's the only character in the game that can throw a projectile and get a full punish from it. That's what makes him unique, and that's literally why he's one of my favorite characters in this game. It's one of the most disrespectful things in fighting games. So, like I said, that negates all Striker, Kano, any other cameos out there, but Loud Hat, I don't know how I almost forgot that. Loud Hat basically negates all projectiles. Like if you fight a Liu Kang and he's just spamming you, if you put on cameo sub, you gain throw damage, and you gain basically their whole game plan besides forward 4 and knocking you down is negated by that armor. So that is going to be it for this video. I just basically want to guys give you an overview of Scorpion because I feel like he is very disrespected and very underrated in this game just because he doesn't have mix and he's not a branded character, and he takes actual thinking and skill to play, because I feel like he has great neutral and he has great buttons. I feel like all the cameos I showed you, they all give a variety of players out there an option to play Scorpion, because all the cameos give him a different play style, and they all give advantages in certain play styles to where obviously they're disadvantaged, but also, you know. So basically, those are my top 6 cameos for Scorpion. I just wanted to show you all those and all his gimmicks, all his tricks, to show you his neutral and his buttons. And like I said, I feel like with his neutral, his buttons played the right way with punishing and playing solid neutral, he is a top 7-8 character in the game. And honestly, I don't want to debate with anybody, but if you want to, we will. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my first YouTube video ever. Please like and subscribe for more Scorpion gameplay. I will be doing a Road to God ranked series, and I will also be uploading casual gameplay and streaming on YouTube. So I will see you guys on the next one.